Hello, Lake Elsinore. I am Mayor Brian Tisdale, and thank you for joining us for this week's COVID-19 update. This morning, we were happy to announce that starting today, we asked the city manager to open all of our skate parks and playgrounds at our city parks. We urge our community to keep practicing social distancing and to stay safe. We are now entering our 8th week since Governor Gavin Newsom issued a stay-at-home order for California. To date, there are now 118 confirmed cases in the city, and we unfortunately have lost 7 Lake Elsinore residents due to this pandemic. Countywide, while our numbers are slowing and the curves are flattening, the virus is still spreading. I, like most of you, am eager to get out of the house, to get us back to work, and to start rebuilding our economies and communities. I want to assure you that more good news is coming, and we are finally starting to take steps together towards our recovery. On Tuesday, the Riverside County Board of Supervisors consider rescinding 4 county public health orders. However, after several hours of public testimony and the governor's announcement of upcoming meaningful changes, the Board of Supervisors postponed any formal decisions until the state released its plans and guidelines for reopening California. The board is meeting Friday at 1 p.m. to once again consider any actions the county should take to ensure we are best prepared to get our businesses open as quickly as possible. Last week, I shared that the governor had issued a staged plan for reopening the state. Yesterday, he officially announced that we are moving into stage 2 and can start to reopen our lower risk workplaces slowly. More specifically, as of today, businesses in the retail sector can now open for curbside and delivery services. In addition, our manufacturing and logistics sectors can get back to work. The state did suggest that local counties may move more quickly through stage 2 than the state, but to do so, we must meet specific criteria, self-certify that we meet the requirements, and create a plan to move forward safely. The list on the screen shows you the sectors and businesses that fall into stage 2. As you can see, for now, only a few can open today with modifications, while the others will open later in stage 2, which is expected to happen hopefully in the next week or 2. Before reopening, all facilities must first perform a detailed risk assessment and implement a site-specific protection plan. To help, the state released guidance for 17 different sectors to better prepare to safely reopen when allowed. Riverside County and the city is committed to being ready and doing everything we can to accelerate the reopening of our communities while ensuring everyone remains safe. To do so, the county established an economic recovery task force that meets daily to develop recommendations for the Board of Supervisors to restart the local economy and to prepare to rebound from COVID-19. The task force is expected to stay in place for the next 18 months to create both short and long-term strategies to assist our local economy. At this time, I urge our local businesses to engage and to learn more about the state's guidelines so you too can get ready and open up sooner than later. Other key updates from the county this week included the announcement of 8 more state community-based testing sites, bringing our total to 12 sites with the capacity to test more than 3,200 residents per day. New swimming pool guidelines by Environmental Health to allow community pools to open up safely. These guidelines are only recommendations, so we urge our HOAs, apartment complexes, and residents to do their best to protect our community. And lastly, the county continues to roll out additional assistance for residents in need, such as new Great Plates delivered meal program for seniors and those at risk. These resources and more can be found on the county's website. Looking ahead, next week the governor is expected to make even more decisions surrounding the ability for local communities to open up sooner, and we hope to learn more about when we can move further into stage 2. We are making progress. There is hope for what is to come, and we ask that you continue to do your part so we can keep building on our success so far and keep protecting and supporting one another. Next, Mayor Pro Temp is back to provide our city update. Thank you and stay safe, Lake Elsinore.
I'm Mayor Pro Tem Bob Magee, and it is good to be back to provide you with the latest updates for Lake Elsinore. First, I must say that this last week has been fast and furious, as we are all trying to keep up with this rapidly changing situation. We recognize that at times the orders from the city, county, and state can be confusing and sometimes contradictory. The city remains engaged and is trying to simplify and share information with our community whenever we can. As the mayor mentioned, this week some optimistic decisions were made, and finally some businesses can start reopening and others can at least get ready. And while this is great news for some of our businesses, it still leaves a lot of Lake Elsinore's businesses closed. Late last week, the mayors from 6 southwest Riverside County cities banded together to issue a letter to the County Board of Supervisors requesting swift action to reopen the economy and urge the governor to find ways to financially support local government in the midst of a growing loss of revenue related to the loss of tax revenues and increased demands on social services. Local governments and states across our nation are suffering significant losses right now. And at the city of Lake Elsinore and in our region, we will not back down. We will advocate on behalf of our citizens, our businesses, and the future of Lake Elsinore for the economic relief we need to ensure that we can keep delivering the basic services you count on. This week, we also sent letters to our U.S. representatives urging them for their support of our efforts. The city is committed to working with our local chambers of commerce, the County of Riverside, and other economic development partners to find ways to support our business community as we move forward through this recovery. On Tuesday, our very own Sheriff Chad Bianco stunned many when he stood before the Board of Supervisors and stated that he would not be enforcing the state's stay-at-home order on the grounds that doing so would make criminals out of business owners and others who are merely exercising their constitutional rights. We are fortunate in Riverside County that we have such an amazing group of responsible, supportive leaders that continue to push on our state to do what is best and right for all of us. We are here to support all of you through this difficult time, and I want to remind you that there are lots of resources available right now to help those who need it. Riverside County is now offering micro and restart loan programs for small businesses. Information on these programs can be found on our COVID-19 Business and Employee Resources webpage. And next week, the city will roll out information about the CARES ActMortgage Relief Program to assist our residents in understanding the program and how you can suspend your mortgage payments for up to 1 year if need be. As we head into the weekend, I would like to wish all of our Lake Elsinore mothers a happy Mother's Day. Thank you all for doing what you do. If you are looking for ways to safely get outdoors and spend time with your mother and loved ones, you can still come out and enjoy Lake Elsinore like hundreds of visitors have been doing each weekend. Launch Point is now open again for short-term lodging if you have a trailer and want to go on a mini staycation. Community swimming pools should be reopened to allow you to cool off close to home. And I am happy to announce that after more than a year, our local motocross track is back in operation. Now called the Lake Elsinore MX Sports Park and Event Center, the track is open Friday to Monday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So get out there, Lake Elsinore, and show your support. Lastly, get ready. the city is preparing in partnership with Riverside County Transportation Commission to start construction on the long-awaited improvements to the Railroad Canyon Road interchange. While this project officially begins on May 18th, you will not likely see significant movement until the following week. Stay tuned for more information coming soon. Lake Elsinore, thank you for your continued engagement and support. The journey ahead of us is going to be difficult, but I believe the city is better positioned than ever before to work together to get through this. We look forward to sharing more positive news with you in the weeks to come. Until next time, continue to respect others, protect your family, and God bless Lake Elsinore. Thank you.